Next topic. These are the last topics that we're going to talk. Because, like we said, it's going to be a short night, but these two go pair in pair, and we need to talk about it because this has gone for far too long. It's not the first time. Definitely not going to be the last. And this shit has to stop because it's only fucking movies, guys. It's just movies. It's just entertainment. It's not fucking political. Let me repeat that one more time so you guys out there can wrap this in your freaking head. This is not a political channel. We do not bring that shit here. I don't care your politics. I don't care about religion. We talk about movie culture, movie comics, this type of shit. It should not be this.
Neither is the Lethal Geeks X Twitter page either, and that's the point that I was making earlier. When we are making a thread and we're sharing our opinions with other like-minded people, and you come in the thread and just start talking smack and trying to insult people, I have a problem with that. So stay off of our threads talking that shit.
And by the way, when you go with one of us, you go with all of us because it's not just Charles, it's not just Rockstar. We are the Lethal Geeks. So when one of us is speaking, you're speaking to all of us.
Mm-hmm. It's literally
just
that
a reminder.
Simple. So
now let's talk about this.
Blow it up a bit more, buddy.
Bigger?
Yeah, just a little bit. There we go.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. All right. So obviously we had a trending event a few weeks ago, released the Ayer cut, which was fire. And even David Ayer himself and his wife joined the party and started hashtagging also for the release. Even Wayne T. Carr, shout out to you, Wayne, also joined the party. And they start getting harassed by bots, by trolls, and hell, it's even confirmed here. Like what anti-Snyder bots were found out to be the ones who threatened David Ayer over Superman trailer. I've said this multiple times.
Now,
hating Zack Snyder is a fucking profitable business.
See, here's my question: is
hang on before.
Sorry, real quick. I just want to know who's paying for these bots.
Okay, so look, the internet is obviously saturated with bots and their capabilities of hiding where they come from. That much is clear. The internet is prolific now, but that's what I'm trying to say to people. How are you going to drop something and say that David Ayer is being harassed by Snyder fans with no proof, and you turn around and make a graphic to make it look like this actually legit? When we told you it is easy peasy for anybody to see the discourse between Gunn fans and Snyder fans, make a bot account, and start some bullshit. See, that's the way adults think. See how I just came up with that scenario? The internet, social media, how easy do you think it is to just make an account and get two people to fight each other? That easy. Yet you don't think about that, do you? You click on the first headline and it looks real to you, so you're going to believe it. That makes you stupid.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I've that same rant I've had with Ezra Miller, with people going after Ezra Miller, reading a headline and going off it, and now
that makes you stupid. It makes you ignorant. It makes you unaware. It makes you not cognizant. So stop with the bullshit. Everybody likes what they like. We happen to not like what James Gunn is doing with the DC universe because before that we had something special. We are not going to move on. We're not going to stop campaigning for that because this man was done wrong. Period. If you wipe everything else away, WBD pats him on the shoulder and say, there, go take care of your family. We'll handle it. And then bring in the first Marvel director to fuck up his universe. And now you got another Marvel dude running it. Zack Snyder is the one that actually deserves to finish his universe. He deserves to finish his universe. That's why we're fighting. If he didn't deserve it, if he did wacky shit, we wouldn't be talking right now. Zack Snyder would just be another weird director that we don't like or like. But it's more than that.
We're going to talk about that also, Sin Havoc. That's why it's coming up. That's why these two are entwined together.
Yeah.
So
if go ahead.
I was going to say, just in Havoc. In other words, stay tuned.
Exactly. All right, Charles, keep going, keep cooking.
But I'm tired of grown people not being grown, not being adults. Just because you have social media, it does not mean that you can use that to spread lies, to spread hate. Use your fucking head.
See, that's the thing too, Charles. A lot of people don't want to use their heads, bro. Because if they use their heads, it's pretty obvious to figure out where these bot accounts are coming from. Bot accounts have to be paid for. There's money behind that.
And they're not just here. That shit's all over the world. All of it is. That's why you can't locate it. That's why it's easy to just assume that, yep, it's just this fandom fighting and this fandom fighting, and they're beating each other up. No one thinking about the middle guy that's in the middle causing all the chaos. I'm going to pretend like I'm the Snyder fan and cause James Gunn some shit. I'm going to pretend like I'm a Gunn fan. I'm going to cause Snyder fan some shit.
Exactly.
Just think. And then when you go to one of their accounts, their accounts are just made in 2024 and they got 5
2 followers. Exactly.
2 followers and all this shit. Dan Brown Jones 6578243. Are you serious? And you think that's a real account saying real shit? It's a bot account. No Zack Snyder fans threaten David Ayer. None. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe you show me one Snyder fan that actually did that. Prove it.
It's like, are we asking too much just to ask people to think and use their head and, put 2 and 2 together? It's not hard. Once your eyes are open, you see it.
Not to knock Gen Z, but that ain't their thing, bro. That's not their thing. Now, I know all Gen Z people ain't bad. I don't want anybody to think that I'm throwing them under the rug. That's not what I'm doing. But y'all got problems.
Besides, we're telling you guys, just connect the dots.
Yeah.
Like we're telling you, and we're showing you with proof. Look what like, are your eyes blind?
Exactly. You got blood in your eyes? You can't tell me that suit that Corn Sweat is wearing is better than Henry Cavill's suit. You are lying your ass off. You don't believe that.
Maybe we're asking too much if people who actually believe that about that suit can understand what it means and how bot accounts work. Maybe we're asking too much. I don't know. I just think that when your eyes are open and you see things for what they are, it's very simple. It's not hard. People tend to overthink everything, but it's like usually what it is on the surface actually is what it is.
They need to put the damn phones down. These motherfuckers can't even write in cursive. And now, again, not to knock anybody, but in school, do y'all know what cursive was? They don't do that anymore. I write in cursive.
Bro, they don't even have analog clocks in the schools anymore.
And you think that you can get online and tussle with an adult man about things that you have absolutely no knowledge of, other than what you see on screen that makes you go like a baby. The bot accounts are the problem. They've practically always been the problem. And it's hard to maneuver around the noise when all you're doing is setting up your cell phone on another fucking tray and then making a new account with numbers behind it and then getting on there and just trying to argue about who's paying you to be this stupid. I would love to know that. You have no integrity. You have no honor. None. You are a piece of shit. That's what I think of you.
And don't kid yourself. There is money behind that. There 100%. There are people funding that shit. So then you got to ask the question, why would somebody fund that kind of stuff? Well, who has what to gain by funding that? Who has what to gain by going after David Ayer like that?
Somebody has a lot to gain from that because it's chaos, brother. And it's easy to create chaos because human beings are still primitive brained creatures. And the first thing they're going to go to is their Neanderthal-like thinking. That's why. No matter how far we go, technology-wise, that part of our brain, for some fucking reason, just won't mature. That's the problem. We're still forever in that limbic brain, no matter how many cell phones we got, technology, and we know this and we know that. There we are, still animals. That's why, because nobody wants to evolve. It's scary to know things. It's scary to learn about the real world. It's scary to know about nature and the universe and how it works. That's too scary. That's the problem.
We live in the real world, guys. So this is our escapism right here. It's not about, listen, we all have problems in our lives. Some have more issues than others. Some are more privileged than others. That's life. Okay. But it shouldn't be this divisive. Okay. If you don't like a certain director or a certain movie, that's okay. But we can have the conversation, not fucking denigrating and going lower the barrel, insulting people. Because here's the thing, you can say it. You can say it.
That's
exactly.
That's what galls me.
I was going to go there.
Just because you can do it, because there is a keyboard sitting in front of you, because you have the capability to type, that's why you're doing it? That makes no sense. Make it make sense. Are you going to be doing this shit until you're 89 years old and when you're dead? Or are you going to make something of yourself other than what you are online?
No, because online they're not. In real life, they're nothing. That's the reality of it. In real life, they're nothing. It's easy, it's easy to type behind a computer screen because you have anonymity there, or create
because it's safe.
Exactly. No one's gonna run up to you like I'm a skinny guy, right? Someone who's as skinny as me could easily if I tried insulting someone in person, I get punched in the face. That's just the reality of it. And that's how a lot of these people are, is that they know in person they're nothing. Because anyone who is anything, anyone who's a success at anything, they don't need to waste their time with this bullshit. They don't need to waste time with writing, insulting people for no reason, for insulting someone they don't even know, for going after David Ayer. Because here's the reality. You never know what someone else is going through. For all you know, you're insulting someone who is maybe online because their father died. And I'm bringing that example up because of a certain comment Gunny Poo made recently towards a fan. But anyways, someone could be online right now trying to escape something bad in their real life. And they're getting bullied even worse because you need to feel good about yourself. Because you're very offended by the fact that David Ayer is asking for a movie that is already filmed to release that fans are asking to see. That is the reality of what's happened. They are just so offended that David Ayer wants his film out, that they're going after him, potentially going after his wife because she tweeted too, because they're that offended that people want to see this movie. Guys, if you don't want to see the movie, you don't have to watch it. No one is.
Thank you, Batan. Thank you.
And then get out from behind that fucking keyboard and go look yourself in the goddamn mirror. Start there because you got some problems. Start there. If you got to sit behind a keyboard and threaten a man's life and threaten his wife because he's supporting another director, you got problems. You don't belong in this atmosphere. And I mean that shit. I mean that for real. If you got to come in somebody's threads and talk shit and threaten them, you have a problem.
See, I also want to make sure that we also separate the fans from these bots, because if it is these bot accounts that are causing this kind of chaos and division, I don't think it's fair for us to lash out at the fandom that gets mixed up in that. You know what I'm saying, Charles? So let's also make sure that we're separating the two, and we've put the blame where it should be. And if the blame happens to lie at these bot accounts, then that's where it is. And I just want people to remember, ask that question when these situations happen. Ask why. Why is this happening? Who benefits from this? And you know, what does this mean? You know, you have to ask these questions, because this isn't normal behavior. What I was trying to allude to earlier is that there's money behind this. Bot accounts don't just appear out of nowhere. They're funded. So you really have to ask yourself some serious questions about this. You know, I don't have the answers. I don't know who to point the fingers to, but I think we should all be asking the questions.
One last thing I want to say.
Go back to that last comment.
From Joe Carr?
The one from yes.
Nope.
No. Right there. This is very important. I don't like most of Ayer's movies, but he still deserves to have his cut release. Now, why is that sentence important? Because artists deserve to succeed or fail on their own merits. That's why. WBD had no idea whether or not Zack Snyder was going to succeed because they were too busy listening to fucking bots online and bloggers and shit. That's why they didn't know. That's the point right there. Let this man work speak for itself. He is an artist. He's not just a director. He put time and effort into that work. Let it finish. And if it fails, it fails. Move on, reboot, do whatever you got to do. Let these people finish their work. That is the point. I advocate for James Gunn too. As much as I don't like his work, the fact that they did not let him finish his Star-Lord shit, I thought that was unfair. And they let him do it. And they let him finish. Despite all of everything that he did online. All Zack Snyder did was make a movie that some of you crybabies did not like, and you punished him for it. That's not right. This is why we fight. This is why we are not going to support anything in this universe until you guys fix the problem. Everybody deserves to have their stories told.